nerds, nerdettes. Welcome to a special edition of Witty Thought. Um, this is actually not even one of those. This is RIP to my boy Stanley. This is also the reason why I love Marvel, and I'm saying rest in peace to Stanley. One, Stan Lee was a personal, not idol, because you're not supposed to idolize any man, but he was sort of like a father figure that wasn't a father figure to me, and I'll explain why. Because where I'm from, if most of y'all don't know, I am African American, so anything that comes along with that, you already know what happened. Plus, I was raised in the mid '80s, which means it was kind of fresh out of the civil rights movement, but it was still going strong. So, I still got the whatevers. But as a kid, Stan Lee made it easy for me to realize that racism wasn't everywhere. It was just allotted to a certain group of people. And who are, you already know the name, whatever, KKK, skinheads, militias. We was taught that those people right there, they dislike you because of your skin color and your past. But not everyone that is that color is the same way, and vice versa. See, Stan Lee just didn't teach little black kids that not every white person was bad, but he also taught white people that not all black people is bad, and black people can be martyrs and scientists and presidents and generals and all that good stuff. Just because they skin color is a different skin color doesn't negate their talents. So he made it easier for me being African American to basically kind of exercise my nerdism, because that was the gateway. With Martin Luther King and Malcolm X being the two main proprietors of his Magneto and Professor X characters, which just happened to be two of my most favorite characters in the Marvel realm. I got a lot of them, but if I had to number them, they will be in my top three, 2 and 3. They will be between 2 and 3. Charles Xavier being number one, Reed Richards next, and then Magneto being third. But he created an avenue for young cats like us to explore what we call the nerd realm, and without getting ridiculed, because he made it to where it was cool for everybody, including the cool kids that liked comic books. So he just made it convenient, and it was nice to have him basically kind of coach us through life with the comic books and teach us how to be men and women, strong men, strong women of color, of different backgrounds, of different races, to be confident in who he is, and at times or anytime also come together and be confident in who you are, and also be mindful and respectful of who somebody else is and what their culture and what their race is. We can't survive in this world without at least acknowledging that everybody is different in some way, shape, or form. Even if you like the same things, you like them in a different way. So he taught us that. Also, I'm a drawing cat, so I always wanted to draw for Marvel, and that was one of my goals. I was gonna get real cold with the pen. I'm decent in drawing. I have to get my skills back up. I gotta wipe the dust off the pencils and pens, which I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? As a promise to Stan Lee, even though he don't know me, but he inspired me to go ahead and pick the pen and pencil back up, man, and go ahead and put some of my ideas out here visually into the world. Besides doing with the YouTube, I'm gonna be back with the drawing, so y'all get ready for that. Also, man, he just made it fun as a kid. The X-Men cartoons, the X-Men series is one of my favorite series ever. He just made it convenient as a kid. He brought everything that we wanted to do and say to life through cartoons. The Hulk, one of my favorite characters. That's how you can be a cool guy on the outside, but just have a raging monster inside you, but you still can have a balance. He made science cool. Doctor Strange, one of the dopest scientists ever. Actually, scientist supreme. So, and sorcerer supreme. Um, that and what I'm saying, he had characters like Beast, who basically, I know most of the people that I aforementioned wasn't, a few of them weren't X-Men, but you catch my drift. His characters embodied positive traits, and it made it easier as a young adult and as a young black adult to bridge the gap, so I can have a medium to talk to people in, without people looking at me like, oh my God, this young dude's from the hood and he gonna do this, that, and the third to me. No. So I thank him for that. And just all in all, he was a good person. He seemed like a genuine person. Every time you heard him speak, he had properness to him. He had civility to him. He had humility to him. He just seemed like everybody's favorite uncle or grandfather, things in that nature, man. And it just made him more iconic to me. So with that being said, man, 'cause I don't want to take no more time up from my boy Stanley. If you're listening in the heavens right now, I know everybody talking to you, but if you happen to hear my words, you were an icon to me. You were one of my favorite people, even though I never got a chance to meet you. And you also inspired me to calm down, take a minute and look at things and realize that everything ain't that bad. And you can make good out of a horrible situation. So, that being said, y'all, nerdies, nerdettes, YouTubians, I would like to personally say, rest in peace, Mr. Stanley, one of the greatest ever. Excelsior. Y'all have a good night. Peace.